Welcome back to the Leftist Skeptic podcast with me, your host, Rayan Sharifi. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk a little bit differently today with this topic. Today, we're going to talk about the topic of gaming. Well, because, ladies and gentlemen, I am a gamer. Okay, I love video games. I grew up with video games. And it's just something that comforts me, but sometimes I rage at the game. But at the end of the day, it's really fun. Games are really fun. Um, Now, my favorite video game ever is Cyberpunk 2077. The reason why it's my favorite game is because I believe that it is a game that has a really good story. I love the story in the game. I know it has had a bad reputation in the past, and some people still have that today. But I feel like it really has been on its redemption arc because, you know, 2023 came out the Phantom Liberty DLC, which that was a good DLC. I played that DLC. And then more patches to the game, and they added more things you can do in the game, like you can change the color of your car now, and all that cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good game, in my opinion. Now, some people may not like Cyberpunk, but I mean, what can I say? I really like the game. I really like the aesthetic. The Cyberpunk aesthetic is something that I really like because it's this fascination with like big city, neon lights. It's like, what if you take New York and you give it more lights? That's really what it is. It's New York City with more lights. Now, there's different types of cyberpunk, but yeah, I mean, you got the Japanese cyberpunk. The Japanese cyberpunk genre is, well, it's not really a genre. Cyberpunk is the genre, but Japanese cyberpunk, it's more of like a sub-genre. Um, but yeah, there's great forms of Japanese cyberpunk. Most of them being anime, of course, but that's a topic for another episode. But yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is my favorite game. But also, on the topic of gaming, we as people and as gamers, sometimes you just feel like revisiting the games you used to play on the old generation consoles with the new gen consoles. One game I decided to revisit was the old Far Cry games, like Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4 I revisited. Um, when I first played the game on old gen consoles like the PS4, I really didn't understand what the people in the game are saying, but now that I'm a little bit older and I'm playing on a PS5, I can really now understand what the people are saying. And it just really shows how, like, this game used to be very difficult for me to, like, beat, like, the heavy enemy types. The heavy enemy types, they would be very difficult for me to go up against, but now they're really easy to take down. They're really easy to take down. And same thing with like games like Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 was kind of eh, I mean, it was there, but it's a game that I have finished, but it wasn't my favorite of all the Far Cry games. Far Cry 4 was my favorite Far Cry of all time. Second, in my opinion, would be Far Cry 3. I loved Far Cry 3. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing recently. But as of now, a lot of people kind of don't understand that, especially, conservative gamers. They call something woke when it is a woman as the protagonist, or when it's a person of a different sexuality, or when it's a person of color. But they say that this isn't normal, but these are the same people who don't know their history. Because there are people in history who were of a different gender, of a different sexuality, of a different color, that were different from the archetype of, let's say, for example, a samurai, right? There were women who were samurai. And I could say the same for Ghost of Yote, but Ghost of Yote is not, Ghost of Yote is not really like Ghost of Tsushima, because Ghost of Tsushima is based on a samurai trying to stop the Mongol invasion, and Ghost of Yote is more about a woman who is a mercenary who is trying to get revenge for her family, and that's pretty much how it is. Although, I will say though, I did enjoy Ghost of Yote more than Ghost of Tsushima based on the amount of options you can do. Like, Ghost of Yote, in my opinion, is way better than Ghost of Tsushima, but Ghost of Tsushima was still a good game. It's just that Ghost of Yote, in my opinion, was funner. But, we all have our opinions and stuff like that. Um, Same thing with, like, the GTA series. Grand Theft Auto has also been another crucial series in my life. Matter of fact, I feel like almost everybody has heard of Grand Theft Auto because everybody probably has. It's the game that really brought in how much of a piece of garbage can you be. It's like you can steal people's cars, you can shoot people, you can rob areas, you can do missions, you can do all such. And the thing is, Grand Theft Auto, probably my favorite Grand Theft Auto was Grand Theft Auto 4. That was probably my favorite. But I would also like other Grand Theft Auto games. Like, second, in my opinion, was San Andreas. I love San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto 5, it was a good game for its time, but like, you know, you really start to hate it whenever it just gets re-released on next gen consoles. Like, it was originally, in my opinion, supposed to be a PS3 game, but then it got re-released for the PS4. I could tolerate that. But the fact that it got re-released on next gen consoles like the PlayStation 5 is kind of jarring because we are all waiting for GTA 6. We are all waiting for GTA 6. 100% GTA 6 will be the most sold game in our current history based on how long they took to make the game, how good the trailers looked. It 100% would be the game that is most anticipated, as it already is. But yeah, I mean, it's really something that people don't know, especially like a lot of people say that gaming is not it's not beneficial. A lot of people say that gaming is not beneficial, that it's just something that you do to escape reality, which yeah, but gaming can literally save someone. I mean, gaming is really fun. It's it's something that really helps you when you're depressed. And there's actually been some studies that prove that gaming can actually make your it can actually make you sharper with your vision. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like games that focus on, patience and having persistence and having precision. Um those games have been studied to have been making gamers who have like, it's been making gamers have sharper vision. Sorry for my broken English, people, but hey, I am who I am. um but that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today, people. I love you all. Make sure to drop a like on the video. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification so you don't miss another episode. And as always, peace out.